All right, everyone, we are streaming live on YouTube. Be sure to check your chat box for the next stream at 12:30. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome to a walkthrough of the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools metrics dashboard. We have with us today Kathy Elling, and she will be going through the metrics dashboard that was just posted within the last few minutes to the CMS website, as well as our COVID at a glance report for this week. Wanted to do this just to provide some context around the data rather than simply posting the data, and we hope that you in the public find this helpful. With that, I will throw it to Kathy to begin sharing the data for this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. I'm assuming you can see my screen. Is that? I want to verify. Okay, thanks. So good afternoon, everybody. We wanted to provide a walkthrough of two types of dashboards we're creating and maintaining. I want to talk through first what we're calling COVID report at a glance. This is a weekly dashboard that benchmarks positive cases against the number of students we have in buildings currently for in-person instruction, as well as COVID cases among our employees. You'll notice that the in-person student number is 2,731 students. That reflects our specialized students with disabilities and our pre-K students who are in attendance at this time. Next week, when we show this dashboard at the end of our first full week of K-5 instruction, you would see that number reflect the addition of K-5 students. Right now, with the numbers of students we have for in-person instruction, we have 8 positive cases that represent this week's period of time. We are noting among our employee population that we have 16 total cases that we are for the period representing October 17 through 23. What's notable in this dashboard, or at a glance compared to what I'm going to show you next, is this is a week's snapshot in time. And the next one reflects a period of 14 days. I'm going to show you that. And what you'll notice right out of the gate, as you look under our title, you'll notice that this reflects the dashboard as it's being assessed against our exceptional children, our pre-K students, and the next phase of in-person, which is K-5. So everything we're relating to here is reflective of current data and where we anticipate we are in reference and readiness for K-5. Our county public health metrics come from Mecklenburg County, and they are reported here as a result of a 7-day count. And you will notice that Mecklenburg County has noted that we are over 100 cases per 100,000 individuals in our county. And right now, our test positivity rate is 6.3%. And that's why it puts us in a range of 5 to 10. These numbers are updated weekly, but you will know that if you read the print below, we are looking at these metrics over a 14-day period. I guess I want to emphasize as we're walking through this dashboard that no one metric signifies any decision point for the district, and no one metric over a period of 14 days triggers a decision point. So we are looking at where we are with our county health metrics as of right now, and we are sitting in red at 120 cases per 100,000, and our positivity rate is 6.3. We know it's important to measure the impact of this virus on schools and individuals, both students and staff. And to that, we've set up a district level case monitoring. And right now, we are showing, actually, hold on one second. Apologize. And this is on me and my navigation skills. If you will hold on one second. Okay. You will notice that as I was sharing before, we are monitoring how cases impact schools, and you will note here that we are in the yellow, which means that we have greater than 10 schools who are showing positive cases, and that would mean in the asterisk there at least one positive case within the 14 days. We're also tracking quarantines, and you will notice that we are showing 0 schools that have 25 individuals. We don't have any school that has 25 individuals on quarantine. We are also tracking cases by school. The number of schools or the number of individuals, screen is not shared. Hold up. Sorry about that. So let me back up. So this is why I'm in school and schoolwork and not media, right? So want to share the cases in schools I said was yellow. And that means that we are sitting between 10 and 50 schools, and we're on the very low end of that. And then we have 0 schools that have 25 individuals that are quarantined. Number of schools, cases in a school. Right now, the number of individuals in a specific school that have tested positive, we're sitting in yellow. We have 0 school clusters at this time, meaning clusters as defined by the state is 5 or more related cases. That is where our Mecklenburg County Health Department is very helpful in helping us figure out through contact tracing, are cases related? And that's very important for us to know about, because that indicates how cases are spreading both within our community when they do contact tracing in the community and when we do it internally. Individuals in quarantine, and you'll see that number is moved to yellow for us. This is also, I want to reiterate, a 14-day count, and that number will change next week. We have a group of individuals quarantined at one specific school, and we anticipate that all those individuals to return, and that number will change next week. District operating measures. So we're tracking the impact of our readiness, meaning are we ready for K-5 instruction? Do we have the custodial staff we need? Do we have the child nutrition staff we need? Do we have transportation staff we need? All of those are currently green, meaning that we believe we are staffed at a level that allows us to bring K-5 students back into the building. And our nurses, as you know, maybe know that nurses are provided by the county and they serve in our schools. And you're looking at a number that's in yellow, and it actually represents that 82.4% of our schools that are opening in K-5, so that's all of our K-5 elementaries, 82.4% of them are staffed with nursing, and we are working the remainder of this week to ensure that we have nursing coverage at all of our elementary schools. School readiness. Do we have the instructional staff we need? And you know that this virus impacts people in all the areas of our county, and that includes our staff. And so we're tracking how many of our staff are impacted, and can we operate schools to provide adequate safety and instruction? And the answer to that in opening for K-5 is yes. School facilities. Are we, and have we had an opportunity to prepare every single classroom in a way that supports max social distancing to the greatest extent possible under the Plan A, which elementary schools are opening in? And the answer to that question, by the time we talk about this on Wednesday night, because all of this data will be again presented to the school board, and that number I fully anticipate to move green. You may know that teachers came back for the first day of work days in preparation for K-5 on Monday of last week. And so they have been working tirelessly to get classrooms ready, and that number will be green, I anticipate, by the time we get to Wednesday night. And as a result of the efforts of our operations team in consultation with our North Carolina DHHS, we are fully staffed with infection control and PPE, and we are required to follow the guidance and recommendations of that agency, and we are. And we have also over 95% of our staff have received what we're calling health and safety training to provide enough support for people to understand how to handle cases when they appear at schools, and to feel comfortable that they know the process and procedure for alerting us so that we can provide the necessary support. So I'd like to just go back up to the beginning of this dashboard and note that you would always see it listed here, and you would come down here and you would see the date. You would see the current date. You will be able to click on this and the previous weeks underneath as you look at our metrics dashboard. Also want to highlight again that this is the 7-day count for the county health metrics, and everything else that we're looking at and tracking is a 14-day count, rolling count. So there's some impact of the virus that's been on here for a couple of weeks, and that would roll off next week. And we're monitoring it very, very closely. So this is always accessible to you, and we will be providing kind of a walkthrough narrative each week to explain the conditions that we're currently experiencing. And we hope that enables you to have a little greater clarity about the process. I want to also close, and then Patrick, I'll kick it back to you to see if there's anything I might have left out, but I want to close with the fact that we designed the dashboard specifically to provide guidance to our board and our superintendent about conditions in our schools so that they can make appropriate decisions. The metrics are guidelines. One or more metric in any color does not a decision necessitate. And so we are looking at all of our conditions holistically, working extremely closely with our county health department and our superintendent to be sure that we're providing a safe environment for students. We believe we're poised to open for K-5. That's the board will be getting an update on these metrics on Wednesday night. Patrick, that's it for me. If you'd like to just close us out.
Thank you, Kathy. That was a thorough walkthrough. Thank you very much. I would just reiterate what Kathy said. Our Board of Education meets Wednesday evening and will receive an update on these metrics. The metrics that have been shared today will be the metrics that are shared on Wednesday because we do close these every Friday at 6 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kathy, but that is what we do. And then these are posted every Monday on the CMS website.
Mm-hmm.
Dashboard and our COVID at a glance graphic were posted on the CMS website. You can access that from the homepage via the tile that says metrics dashboard. That was posted just prior to the beginning of this walkthrough. So it is there and available for public view. Thank you very much, Kathy.
You're more than welcome. Have a great afternoon, everyone.